what you base your happiness around. Material women and large paper. That means you inferior, not major.
Guys, so today's going to be kind of more like a vlog. It's been a while since we've done a vlog style thing. I've been trying to keep it just, this is what we're working on, here is it, you know, and none of the other fluff. But I think it'll be fun today because we're getting a bunch of boxes from Injuku, well, that were delivered to Injuku from Eric. Eric's bringing them home with him, that I'm excited to show you guys what's in them. I have got a new addition to the sim setup that I want to show you guys, and maybe we'll play that for a little bit. And then we've got a couple projects to do, so I think it'll be a fun day. So I drew these up real quick, 3D printed them. So they're gonna slide over the, oh, I'm just messing up today. So they're gonna slide over the L bracket like so. So there's the L bracket, and these should cover the hole. We'll silicone around the hole, and that'll keep smoke from pouring into the cabin, because as much as it's cool, because you're like, yeah, I'm killing it, yeah, check this out, it's like, it sucks if you can't see anything. We also have sprayers for the other side. I got the normal ones, like the ones we have on this side, and then I've got this different type that look like they'd be like more of a mist. So we're gonna just test run these out of the car, see what they look like. We got our full-size tank, 5-quart tank to put in, so we can do final assembly on that with the hoses and everything. And then we also have wire. I got this wire on Amazon. It's pretty affordable, 10 gauge, 2 rolls of 100 feet. For 25, 29 bucks, which is really cheap for wire. But like the reviews said, there is like not as much wire as there is housing, you know, or sheath. So I don't know, maybe it's a good deal, maybe it's not, but figure I'd let you know. So that is for, we're gonna try to get the trailer brakes working on the truck, because we have a, you know, 6-7 hour round trip. I'd like to have trailer brakes if possible. So anyway, we're gonna start on the D first so we can get it out of the garage, and then we'll continue on with other projects. This will be quick and easy. I just figured I'd bring you guys along because I'm excited. All right, so I got the covers installed. You can see light shining through, but they sit perfectly flush. Very, very happy with that. Got the back one on too. Give you guys a better look. I'm pretty happy with that. They look pretty cool. I actually didn't mean to print them out of this blue. That's just what I had in there. I thought it was black, but I forgot I used all that. So now I think we'll test the sprayers. That way we get an idea of which ones we're going to use so we can start installing them. I'm going to try these first. Okay, so these sprayers definitely have much better spray pattern. It's like a very wide mist. So we could easily spray it like if the tire was here like this. God, I think that would be so much more effective. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? Problem is, these won't work with our current bracket because they stick up past. They'll work with the bracket, but they won't work with our covers, which we could redraw the covers. I'm gonna just try to cut this and see if it works. If we can cut it, we're good to go. So, all right, we're set. Cutting went successfully. So now we're gonna just install these, but we'll install them like this instead of like this. So I'll order another pair of these, and then all we'll have to do really is unscrew these and just turn them 90 degrees. So that'll be fine. We'll do that down the road. So I guess I probably shouldn't silicone these in yet. I don't know, guys, I'm getting ahead of myself. So they come with this big nut with like this little rubber washer. I had to cut that a little bit just to get these to seat down fully, because again, we want them to seal. This one, I trimmed this guy a little too wide. It was a little too big, and then I trimmed it a little too much, but it's okay. All right, so I got both nozzles in on this side. Other one's up there. Definitely a much better spray pattern with these. I don't know if you can still see. Yeah, look at this. Oh, I can't roll this because it's in gear. Literally covers the whole tire. It doesn't really overspray from the tire. So I think this is going to be ideal. We're definitely going to switch these nozzles to those. Let me show you guys this part number so I don't forget. 47137. It was like $9 on Amazon for this whole little kit, which obviously you don't need most of it, but okay, now we can put the pump in and finish up the plumbing. All right, tank is mounted. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. So we have these Ys, We have exactly 2 of them. So I'll show you where we're gonna put these. Like right here, and then the second hose will go into it there. So you'll be able to see it just for serviceability, but you know, we won't have the huge junction over here. There we go. All right, so we've got pump to T, then the T goes boom, Y's, and then the Y goes up to each of the nozzles on all sides. So same over here. We got our power coming from the switch, and then we just ran the ground right over here to a ground source, which is the chassis. So we're gonna put some water in it and see if it works, fingers crossed. All right, we've got it pretty much all the way full. Let's see. Woo! See how that looks at the tire. Seems to be soaking it nicely. Let's check the other side. Not as good, but it's good. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, if this tire was rolling, that definitely would be soaking the whole thing. I'm also going to cut the self-tappers off in here in case we bottom out and we hit the wheel well, which is plausible, so they don't stab into the tire. Alright, well that pretty much wraps it up with the Z. I'm just going to leave it in here for now. We still got a few days till the event. And I want to go through and kind of like nut and bolt it and check all the fluids again and all of that before the event. I got to take the tires off, go mount tires, put them back on. So I'm just going to leave it in here on the quick jack so I don't have to deal with it. So we'll pull the truck up here and start replacing that wire. I'm dreading it. I've been heavily procrastinating on doing this. I don't know why. The bottom of the truck's kind of nasty, and I'm just like, have like a mental block of running a wire all the way to the back, well, against nastiness and pulling the old one out. But we're gonna do it because we want trailer brakes that work, okay? So we're gonna do that now. I have impeccable timing. I'm backing up to my trailer and these people show up to look at this house next door, which is presumably for sale now. Oh, they're not buying it. Not with these rednecks next door. I do feel bad though. Like if I was that real estate agent, I'd be like, this mother effer. All right, man, I don't remember what wire does what. Well, I gotta Google it. That's out, the red wire is out. So we've got 11.6 out, so that's correct. So we've got 12 in, 12 out. That means it's definitely an issue at the back. So what I'm gonna do here is just start in the engine bay. We'll actually probably start under the car, run this up, run it into the cap and connect it, and then start running it down the chassis. We've got them connected. Now we're just going to heat shrink all the connectors because I never heat shrinked them before because I knew I was going to have to mess with it. And then we'll just start running the wire to the back and hook it up out back. So I reran the wire all the way down and back here. There it is right there. So all the way from the front and connected it to this plug. When I peeled apart this wire, you could see like a little bit of nastiness in the actual copper itself, like the strands. So I'm thinking that definitely could have been the problem. We might have to bypass this wire entirely instead of using this pigtail portion of it. So we're gonna go hook up to the trailer and then see where we're at. All right, I took it around the block so I could park it there. And the brakes are actually at least doing something now. If I manually press the manual override, it definitely starts to slow down a little bit. It's not drastic, it's not like locking them up or anything yet, but I think I need to adjust the brakes themselves. But first we're gonna check and make sure we have 12 volts at the plug itself, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I just checked and I'm getting 10.5 here, almost 11. So that's not bad, but back here I'm still getting like 8, 9, you know, at the actual brakes themselves. So something's still wrong. You know, that would isolate it down to the wiring from the trailer harness back, which I just reuse trailer wiring, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to run new wires for that stuff. So I'm gonna get under there and look at it. It's not too bad because it's just a wire back to here, power, and then across, power. and then you just ground it over there. So it wouldn't be too bad to do that. All right, I bought a pair of tires from Walmart, so I'd have a spare. This one's pretty much done, so we're gonna go ahead and swap that. And while we're swapping it, we're gonna try to adjust the brake drum. I don't remember if I ever told you guys, but when everyone freaked out about the way I greased these bearings, I took it back apart just to see, and there was like not a single issue. Like after an 8-hour round trip, the same trip we're about to make actually, they were completely fine. But I did grease the hell out of them just to be safe. But to everyone who was like, you're not gonna make it 10 feet with those like that, they're just gonna burn up immediately, you're wrong. I started to make a video on it and then I was like, why am I making a video on this? This is stupid. Now there's so much grease here, it's hard to get this cotter pin out. What up? So Eric brought me new wheels for the Z. Very exciting. I thought I was gonna have to come pick these up when you were like, I'm on my way to your house. I was like, yay. Because I'm covered in grease. All right, so changing that wire, it helped changing that wire, but it didn't fully solve the problem. So the problem was always that we were getting like 6 volts at the brakes, maybe 7. So now it's up to like 9.5, maybe close to 10. So it's a lot better. I don't know if that's what the brake controller is outputting or if that's just some sort of voltage drop, but I checked even at like the fresh wire, you know, so it's brand new wire all the way back to the point where I was checking, and it was still like 10, it was like just over 10, like 10.5 or so. And then at the brakes, it was like the best I saw was like 9.6. So it definitely seems like there's a problem between, you know, that new wire installed and the brakes themselves. Like if I need to rewire that, or I don't know, maybe the brake controller is not outputting enough. But we also adjusted the brakes because I haven't adjusted them in a while, and I must not have adjusted one all the way because it needed a lot of adjustment, and that definitely helped a lot. Like they're actually slowing the trailer down, slowing the truck down a little bit now. You can feel them doing something. Before they were doing nothing, so I'm happy. That's a win as far as I'm concerned. 10% more braking power is better than nothing. So we're gonna call it a night on that. We'll revisit that later. It's just one of those ongoing projects that maybe a year from now we'll have it sorted out and I'll have like another trailer by then. I don't know. So next exciting thing, the wheels. All right, so very exciting. I just want to show you guys these real quick. We're gonna make a video putting tires on them and throwing them on the car to see how it looks and all that, but I wanted to look at them, so I figured I would share with you guys. Koenig sent these over. These are their new decograms. This is one of the rears. Get this out of the way. So this is a 18 by 10.5. Oh man. Oh, that's it. It says it on the box. Hold on. Positive 18. These are gonna be wide, boy. Oh man, these look sick. Check that out, dude. Koenig has really been stepping it up lately. They just came out with these, I don't know, probably like a month or less ago. And I was like, I gotta get a set for the Z. I'm not gonna test fit one yet. I'm gonna save the excitement for when tires are mounted on them. And they came in just in time for the drift event. These are part of their flow form line as well, so you know they're a little bit lighter than a cast wheel, a little bit stronger. All of those positive things, and they look sick, man. These things look sick. Oh, remind me in the comments of this video to get valve stems. So hopefully when this video is out, it's around the time I'll be mounting tires, and I always forget valve stems. Huge thanks to Koenig for sending these over. We got 4 for the rear, 2 for the front. I'm really excited to have matching wheels and cool wheels in the Z, so I'm stoked. There's one more thing I have to show you guys that I just forgot that I'd never told you guys about that I got recently, and it is quite exciting, to me at least. You guys might not care, I don't know. Ta-da! So, I bought this VR setup. Man, it's gotta be a year ago now. Ben hit me up and was like, yo, they're on sale. So I bought it because it was like $400 with the touch controllers, 2 sensors, like everything. So my computer is like my laptop that I've been using for like 2 years since I started YouTube. It was just a little bit too like under-spec'd. The graphics card wasn't quite enough, so it just wouldn't work. It would just drop frame rate, even on like lift for speed. So it's been sitting in my closet for almost a year now, and finally I was like, man, I play The Sim at least 3 days a week. At least 3 days a week. I really want VR. I'm just gonna go for it because I also want to start being able to edit 4K footage because, you know, I want to be able to make some more cinematic stuff, use 4K, be able to kind of like crop in, crop out, and maybe make something in 4K in general. So that was kind of my justification. I got a new computer. For you computer nerds, I'll show you it. For those that might actually care. So those are pre-built because the price of graphics cards are just so expensive that it was cheaper to get a pre-built. So 1080 Ti, i7 8700K, 6-core i7, water-cooled, obviously. 32 gigs of RAM, 500 gig solid state, 2 4TB hard drives, which is awesome because I have a 4TB, a 1TB filled up completely, plus a 1TB on my other computer, plus the 500 gigs, plus like half of this 8. So having 2 4TB drives will be very handy. I'm definitely really happy with how it came out. Well, I just bought it. But yeah, so we've got the VR all set up. So we'll hop on some tandems with Ben and I'll show you guys what it's like. It's sick. It is sick. Well, of course, the runs I recorded were some of the worst runs, but I think that's just usually how it goes. Also, I have played Assetto. I do have Assetto. I do play Assetto. But I just personally like the physics and lift for speed a lot better. It's personal preference. I feel like it feels much closer to real life, especially tandeming. I am going to try Assetto again. There's some like mods that are supposed to be better. So we'll try that, especially because I want to be able to tandem with Matt and Adam because I never tandem with them on the Sim because I don't play Assetto and they do. So just wanted to mention that every time I do a video of Sim drifting, everyone's like, play Assetto, play Assetto. I personally like lift for speed better, so call me crazy. But yeah, I just want to show you guys the setup. I'm really happy with it. I'm really stoked to have a computer I can edit 4K footage in and do stuff like that in VR. And I've been really enjoying tandeming in VR because it's definitely, it feels so much more like real life. And I feel like it's much better practice. Like I treat this like a tool. Like I do it for fun, but it's definitely what helps me progress. I want to make a video on how, like, comparing my drifting before and after the Sim, just to kind of see. But anyway, that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Let me know what you guys thought of this like vlog style video. I know it's been a while. And yeah, that's about it. See you guys at the drift event probably. Maybe before. No, tires, wheels for the Z. See you guys then. Goodbye.